What's up, YouTube fam? Random projects here, working on a 1985 Kawasaki en450 or the Kawasaki 454 LTD. Working on draining the front, cleaning this up. This is very dirty in there. So you want to remove the two screws right here, and then as you can see, that's very dirty in there. That looks like it's never been cleaned. Go ahead and clean the surface right here. Make sure you clean this out. Maybe I use engine cleaner, rinse it with it, and then dry it with a rag. And once you do that, you want to come down here to the caliper and use the bleeding valve. I'm using a little hose because I'm doing this on my own by myself. So I got that connected right there and down to an oil pan. And then what I'm gonna do is, using a 10 mil, I'm gonna build I was gonna build up the pressure and then release. If you have somebody, you might be able to have this tight, have somebody grip the leveler up there, or the lever, and then you can open this up and let the fluid drain. I don't want to mess around with taking the line down and then have that go everywhere and then have it completely dry. So I'm gonna do it this way, see if it works. I'm gonna pump a bunch of it out into this pan right here, and then I'm gonna, before it runs all the way out, so I don't have any air in the brakes, I'm gonna come back up here and go ahead and fill this up with new DOT3 1985 Kawasaki 454 LTD DO3. So that's it right there, you can see that. So use that. So like I said, I'll grab that, let it go, let it drain before it runs out. I'll pop the lid off again and keep doing that until I get it all out. Alright, so I have my screws back. Now while I'm pumped here, oil should be spilling down at the bottom, as you can see there. It's dripping, and all I'm doing is, whoops. So all I'm doing here is squeezing right here, and then every squeeze you get some drop in there. Just be mindful of not letting it run all the way down so you don't lose pressure. There it is. There's your drain. That's where it comes out of right there. I think I'm good there. I'm gonna stop there and start pulling. You see how low that is, but it's not quite all the way gone. It's coming down. Stop this here. Keep it from draining all the way down, and then I'm gonna add some fluid. Pardon me for the crappy video angles here, but I'm doing this alone. So there you go. Now I'm gonna add my new one, and as I get it up here, I'm gonna keep on pressing that through until it comes out clear. Got me some high quality DO3 brake fluid from Walmart. Even though I'm not sponsoring them, mention them in the video. I think I'm gonna make sure this is all clean here before I start this. Ready to go here. I'm gonna pour some brake fluid and then get that through back down to the bleeding valve, loosen her up. Put some of this through here. Coming through slowly but surely, and I see like a little corner right there. I got like a bunch of debris. I'm gonna try to get that out quick. So change your plans. What I'm gonna use is this wrench to make sure that I get down in that corner and get the stuff out, and then Oh, there it goes again. I gotta stop it. Close this baby up here. Sipping through. Yep, I'm gonna get that stuff there and then clean that out real good before I keep going. So I'll clean all that up right in the corner there with this syringe, and then once I'm done with that, then I'll continue on. All right, that worked perfectly. I was able to go all around and suck it all out with this, and now I will get a rag and clean that up real good. Make sure I get all that gunk out of there. Then I'll put new fluid, make sure I get all the air out of it, and we're good to go. There we go. That's looking a whole lot better. All nice and clean in there. Then I am going back and topping it off rather, and then running some new one through there until I see clear coming through. Put some new brake cleaner in there. It's almost to the top. And let's make sure we're not having any air in the line before we close it up. So I'm back down here at the bleeding valve. I'm gonna loosen it up, let some of that come through. And I think I'm not gonna have to go a whole lot. It's gonna be a little bit. Yeah, it's looking pretty clear already. Open it up a little more. There we go. Much better. Real dirty in there. There we go. That's looking more clear now. Let's see if I don't drop my phone again like earlier. There we go. We're almost out. Stop it up again. Bam. There we go. Oh, there we go. There's the clear stuff. All right, let's shut it up here. Pretty much looking straight clear. All right, come a little hose here, and then tying this guy up again, and I tell you, you should be good. At that point, you should have no air because it was coming down freely. So what I'll do now is I'll tie this guy up here. Get my hose back in there, and then seal the top, and then make sure I bleed it, make sure I got no leaks. But this needs a little more in there. So let's stop it up all the way up. And this bike sits back, so it's hard to get an even amount in here because the bike is tilting back to where the front wheel is higher than the back tire. So we'll see how we deal with that, but that should be a little more. That should be good there. So you're gonna come up to the corner, even though in the front doesn't really look like it's topped off. Let me get a front view here. So your bubble doesn't really fill up all the way, and I'm not sure how you can fix that. But I don't have any more room to go. So I'm not sure how I can add any more fluid there. So I think I'm gonna be able to get a little more in there. So the issue I had was I was working with the bike facing uphill. So I turned her back around and then turned the handlebars all the way left. That looks like that's gonna help me get a little more in there. So we'll see if that works. And that got me to the upper level. So I was just working dumb, had the bike leaning uphill. So I switch it back around to face downhill, and now we're good. I'll seal it up, and if you have any suggestions, any comments, make sure to comment on the comment box. All right, I'm working here. I'm getting an overheating problem. And this bike is 37 years old, and I took my water pump assembly down. Give me a little bit of problem. There's a dowel pin. There's two plates here, one here that were stuck. Cost me to break an ear off up here, but I'll be posting about this one later on. See if I can get this one. It was all gunked up in there. All the coolant was super old, so I'm not sure if I'm blocking a passage somewhere that I haven't cleaned yet, but it looks like water is flowing okay. I'll be dealing with that maybe this weekend. Till next time.